ACT.
I-O-N-O. Tommy, almost another 3-0 weekend.
Captain, you are hot on fire. 10-2 the last 4 weeks,
and
Captain.
We're playing 4 games this week, so you get an extra bonus.
Hey, good thing I've been following your tail here. I haven't been this hot. 1-2 last week, but you follow the hot player. Captain's been on a roll. Welcome to Action Bets. Tommy D with the captain. We're in the divisional playoffs, guys. What an exciting time.
Traps.
Hey, it looks like a tough week, Captain. I mean, after watching last week,
we have traps out there today, John. I'm telling you, traps.
What do you think, Captain? So, what do you think about last week first before we get to the picks?
Well, looking at last week, the team really surprised me was Cleveland. That was my only loss, and I believe your loss. Cleveland, they just didn't come out. Dallas, you couldn't find them with a search warrant. Philly, you want to talk about mailing it in? I mean, Carolina's supposed to mail in the season, not Philly when you're in the wild card in the playoffs. And Dallas looked horrible also. But you know what? On to the next week, Tommy. We're in the divisional playoffs now in 2024. Hey, gosh darn it, we got 8 teams left. Let's get to it, babe.
Yeah, Captain. I can't wait to see what's going to happen here in this weekend, and it'll give us a quicker look. Obviously, 49ers and the Ravens both coming off the bye, which might help them this week. And, guys, also the Lecomte. We're going to talk a little Lecomte at the end of the video, so stick around that if you are a horse player. Our first 20-point race, too, Captain.
Yeah, no, it's starting getting the Kentucky Derby vibe going, and I like this. Our time of year, Tommy.
Best time of the year. So, Captain, let's get right to it. NFL divisional playoffs. We got 4 games. You've been hot. You were 2-1 last week, 10-2 the last 4 weeks. Give us your first pick this week.
Well, first nickel play here is going to be you got Houston going into Baltimore. Baltimore is a 9-point favorite. Over/under is 43.5. Mark Andrews is coming back this week. He was a full participant on Wednesday. That means he's back this week, along with the improvement of Isaiah Likely. And what Lamar's had 2 weeks off, rest, I want to tell you, this team's going to come out firing bullets. And you know what? I want to tell you something about this C.J. Stroud. A very, very, very mature rookie. Very mature rookie. I like where he's going here, and I really like the over 43.5 in this game. Go get your money over 43.5. Houston, Baltimore. Tommy, who's your first pick?
Yeah, Captain, this looks like a pretty nice game, to be honest with you. C.J. Stroud can't take anything away from the Texans. But give me the Ravens. They get some time off. They rest their starters 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's big.
Lamar Jackson, as you said, Andrews comes back. He's their main weapon. I mean, they were starting to play really well without Andrews. Give me Andrews back in that offense. That's a whole other add to the team there.
Isaiah Likely,
and Flowers.
These guys. His best game was his last game, so that's all I can tell you.
Yeah, and I mean, their defense, the Ravens have one of the best defense in the NFL, if not the best, Captain. So I think C.J. Stroud is really going to have a true test this week. The game could stay close, but I think it turns the other way. I think it turns into a blowout, Captain. I think the Ravens win by more than 9. You got a -9 here line. C.J. Stroud, Texans, I think they did an amazing thing. I think the run is great, but I think it comes to the end against the Ravens this week.
Like I said last week, that week rest on week 18, that bodes big for Baltimore and San Francisco.
I mean, yeah, I think Baltimore is the team here. Lamar Jackson playing MVP-like season. I think the Ravens hold it off at home. I just think it's too much for the Texans to pull off. A great story, but I think it comes to end this week. Give me the Baltimore Ravens -9. Captain, who's your second pick?
You know what? Looking at our second game, it's going to be Green Bay at the 49ers. The spread there is 9.5, and the over/under, I believe, is 48.5 in that game. It's 50.5.
50.5, yep.
Yeah, 50.5. Looking at this game, like I say, that week McCaffrey doesn't have to be on his legs. You know what? Trent Williams, anytime they go left with Trent Williams, 6.5 yards a carry for Christian McCaffrey. You know what? Green Bay played a great game last week. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but you know what? I think San Francisco has everything fine-tuned. The nuts are tight, and they're coming home. Give me San Francisco for a nickel flat bet. flat bet for a nickel, minus 9.5.
Yeah, I think, Captain, I think this is a good play. I mean, McCaffrey, I think, is the key here. I mean, you could get both sides of the offense working here, and McCaffrey's going to be the key. And then they have a solid defense, too. One thing I will say, the Packers played pretty good last week against that Cowboys team on the road. Jordan Love surprising people. And, not doing it to the main guys. Reed and Watson didn't have the best game. He was using everybody out there. And I like Jordan Love, and I think they're going to put up some points here.
Yeah.
I think they might be down. I think 49ers are going to control the ball, but I think Jordan Love's going to have to air it out and try to catch up in this game. So I like the over 50.5. Call me crazy, Captain. I like your 49ers bet, too. I think they're going to show up. That week off is huge. There. So let's go. Over 50.5. Minus 9.5. I'm with the Captain on that too. So my official pick will be over 50.5 in this game. Packers versus the 49ers. Let's move on to the next. Bucks versus the Lions. Two teams. The Bucks.
Wow, 30 years for the Lions. They finally got a home win. They finally got a playoff.
Yeah, 1991. Last time they did that, Barry Sanders was on the field, which was quite a while ago.
Unbelievable. Line here is 6.5. Over under is 48.5. Lions got the favorite portion of this end. I want to tell you something right now. I'm looking at this game, and Detroit wins, but they don't cover. Does that make sense here? And I like them in an offensive game here. I couldn't make up my mind on the over or under, but I got my mind on the side. And I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at Tampa Bay plus 6.5 here. They keep it on the ground with Rashad White. And I think Baker Mayfield, he's got 2,000-yard receivers there in Godwin, White. I like Tampa Bay here covering at Detroit with the 6.5. I don't like them on the money line, but I like them covering. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Captain. I mean, I could see that. I mean, Baker Mayfield.
Detroit wins, but they don't cover.
Yeah, Baker,
they like it close.
Baker Mayfield, I mean, the Lions have been playing close games all year. Dan Campbell will probably go for it, so you don't have to worry about that extra 3 points there. And Baker Mayfield lays it out there every game. That's why I like this guy. Do I think he's the best quarterback in the league? No. But what I do like about him, he plays with his heart out there every single game, and he's going to do the same here. I expect the same as last game. I like the over here, over 48.5, Captain. I think they're going to have to play catch-up. I think the Lions get up, and I think Mayfield just starts, sending it deep to his wide receiving core. So over 48.5. I'm expecting some high-scoring games.
Detroit's vulnerable on the back end on deep passes. And
it's karma, too. Lions home field advantage. They get it after the Cowboys lose. Now they get to go back. They should have won that game. So Lions, congratulations to all the Lions fans. You deserve it.
Yeah. Who's your pick, Tom?
Yeah, so I'm going to go over 48.5 in that game. Bucks and the Lions here. Let's move on to the last and final game. I think it's probably the best game of the week per my eye. Chiefs versus the Bills in Buffalo. Buffalo didn't even look like they had a chance to make the playoffs. The Chiefs are the Chiefs with Mahomes running the helm there in KC. Looking pretty solid. Going to have to go into Buffalo. Patrick Mahomes never played in a playoff game on the road. Besides the Super Bowl when they beat Tampa Bay, maybe, but Mahomes has to go into Buffalo and deal with the Bills Mafia. How do you see the game, Captain?
Okay, Bills are -3 even. Chiefs are +3, -120. Over/under is 45.5. There's only one thing that I looked at in this game: injuries. And what I see on the Buffalo side of the field is a travesty. Their top 2 tacklers are hurt. They have not practiced all week, plus the safety, plus Jordan Phillips at defensive tackle. All these people are hurt and have not even touched the field. What's that telling me? You're a pop away from being on the bench. So you know what? I think with that middle portion of the Buffalo defense, I think Kelsey's going to have a big game going over the middle here. I think KC, with their improved defense, can make a stand here. And if KC would have won by 1 instead of losing by 1 to to LA Chargers, this game would be in Kansas City. With that being said, I'm on KC +3. Go get your money, Tommy. we'll do that for a nickel. No dime plays this week.
Okay, all right. Captain likes the Chiefs here. Captain, we don't do this too often, but I'm going to be going against you here this week. I like the Bills -3. Give me the Bills Mafia. Maybe it's the emotion. Maybe it's I see a team playing hot at the right time. That's what I'm looking at. They've really rolled at the end of the year. I know their defense, but they figured a way to win the games. Josh Allen is playing like an MVP, and he's putting on his shoulders, and he's got the guys. We talked about before the video. I love these tight ends. You got Kincaid and Knox. These guys are, he's exploiting defenses with these tight ends. You got linebackers covering them. They can't cover these guys. And then you got the outside, you got Diggs. I like the chances here. I expect Buffalo to get the running game going. And if not, Josh Allen can run the ball. How about that?
Look at it this
Buffalo, -3. Bills Mafia.
Allen versus Mahomes, they're 3-3. That's all you can say.
Hey, Bills wants revenge. How many times have they lost to KC in the playoffs? It's been nonstop. Buffalo. All they talk about is let's get KC, and it's their opportunity this week. -3
Go
Bills.
get your money, Tom.
I know it's gonna be a tough game, so hey, I could go anyway, but I'm playing with a little bit of emotion here. But I really believe Buffalo's gonna win the game -3 here. So
you know what? It's going to be a great game. Over/under, a little sketchy there.
Yeah.
I couldn't make up my mind on the over/under, but you know what? I like KC. Only reason why is the injuries in this game.
yeah, I mean they got a good defense
You have
too.
to handicap your injuries. You can't handicap turnovers.
I almost went with the under there, under 45.5. I thought that could have been maybe one to play. A lot of these offenses explosive, but both the Kansas City's defense has really stepped up lately. So, Captain, let's just shoot through the Lecomte real quick.
Okay.
Our first 10-point race here. Derby Talk, part of Action Bets here. We'll do full videos moving forward on Track Talk here. On Derby Talk. Number 1, Next Level is going to be the first horse, 20-1. David Cohen, Keith DeSormo, Vino Rosso, 6 starts, 1 win, 1 place, 1 show. Broke its maiden at the fairgrounds. Blinkers coming on. Trainer won the race in 2022. Last time finished 7th in the Gun Runner. Is going to need a big jump here to get the job. Number 1, Next Level. Number 2, Nash, 5-2. Got Giroux and Cox, a nice little combo there. Medaglia di Oro is the father there. 3 starts, 1 win, 1 place, 1 show. Godolphin, homebred, so you got to like that. Broke its maiden at Churchill Downs, winning by 10+, so showing a lot of promise there. But then went favorite in the Gun Runner last out, finished 3rd behind Track Phantom, who's the 7 horse. So I think Nash might have a chance here. Number 3, Tiz Indy, 20-1. Take Charge Indy, James Grant, Keith DeSormo, Calmut Farms, broke its maiden on the 4th try. This is his first stakes race. If you gotta like anything, Keith DeSormo.
It's a reach.
Next one's going to be Can Group, 6-1. Good Samaritan is the sire here. Mark Cassie and Loveberry, 5 starts, 2 wins, 2 show. Started on the dirt, broke its maiden on the turf, and then won the Grade 2 Bourbon coming off the pace. So this one at 6-1 interests me if there's too much speed in the race, so pay attention to that. 6-1 Can Group, I think might have a small shot. Number 5, Ethan Energy, 4-1, Luis Saez and Brad Cox. Uncle Mo's the father here. Lightly raced, only 2 starts. Broke its maiden 2nd start by 5 lengths at the fairgrounds. Gotta like that. Half sister to Royal Charlotte. So this lightly raced colt, also one you might want to put on there at 4-1 if you're going to take a shot to beat the favorite here. Number 6, Lat Long, Liam's Map, Hernandez, McPeak, 4 starts, 2 wins, 1 place, 1 show. In the money in all 4 starts. Lost to Track Phantom early in his 2-year-old season, so it's going to try to step up and take on the favorite here. That's number 6, trained by Kenny McPeak. And number 7, Track Phantom is the favorite here, the one to beat. Son of Quality Road, Joel Rosario, Steve Asmussen, 4 starts, 2 wins, 1 place, 1 show. Already has 10 points, Captain. Won the Gun Runner at fairgrounds, at the track. And each of its races, speed figures have increased. That's why this is the one to beat. Track Phantom. At the morning line here, I don't have it here, but I know it's the favorite. I think it's 9-5, guys. And then the last one we'll talk about is Awesome Road. Brad Cox trains this one, another son of Quality Road. Won its debut at Ellis Park by 3+. But now when they put it in the stakes races, had some trouble. 7th in the Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity, went add in the distance, and then 5th in the Kentucky Gold Cup. So Awesome Road might be a reach there, but you do have the training of Brad Cox that might be one to look at. Captain, 8-horse field, Track Phantom is the one to beat there.
I'm on Track Phantom. I think this horse covers this field easily. I see Track Phantom winning by about 4 or 5 in the stretch. She's drawing off.
Yeah, I hope it's a good thing. I kind of agree with you. I think Track Phantom's the one, maybe at a price. Can Group coming off the pace, possibly to get in the money at number 5, Ethan Energy, guys. We're going to be doing more Derby talk coming for you on the road to the Kentucky Derby this year, 2024. So put down in the comments, guys, who you like NFL this week. Put your games down there. Put the horses you like. Hey, Fear, nice call on your horse picks, man.
Oh, yeah. Great
nice job. Winner. Both picks came through.
Tampa Bay, baby.
So, hey, good job, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in. And, Captain, anything else you want to say, my man?
Flat bets this week, guys. ACT, ION. You got 4 games on TV. Hey, it's not on Peacock. We're actually going to watch all 4.
Hey, the Peacock.
That's the biggest piece of
Forget about it. Let's go into this week, guys.
ACT.
ION.
We'll see you next week.